to Good Boys Gone Bland, Season 6, Episode 9? Is episode 9? Is that right?
I don't know what episode we're doing.
Yeah, you're going really quick.
This is the Hustle episode. We're going to do this episode as fast as we possibly
can. As fast as we absolutely can.
I am your co-host, Denali.
I'm co-host Ryan.
I'm your co-host Jace.
And welcome to the show. We're on a limited time frame because we're doing this after work, and we have to get up early tomorrow and do errands. So we're going to...
at night.
GBGB's at night.
GBGB's
You're
at
going to
night.
get a wild show. What was that, Jace?
GBGB's at night.
Oh, thank you. So, welcome. I hope you guys saw The Hustle. It's about going fast, and it's about running. It's a very tight movie. I definitely saw it like 6 days ago. So, I got all these very tight notes, and we'll bang through it. But it's about people hustling each other, okay? And one thing I thought we could do just really quick, because I know this is going to be a quick episode, is to hustle each other really quick. So I thought maybe we can play Two Truths and a Lie as like kind of an icebreaker team bonding exercise, just really quick. Just come up with two truths and a lie to maybe we can fool our audiences. Does that sound okay?
Oh, about... Yes. So we're coming up with it. So
Ryan, talk faster.
Oh,
Ryan, talk faster.
It's not necessarily things that you don't know. It's things that the audience might not know.
Fuck, we're gonna play against each other though. We have to trick each other.
Think of these things because I have a lot of weird stories I could pull out of the bag.
Oh God, just do quick two truths and a lie. I'm gonna do it. Let's take 2 seconds. I don't know any truths about myself.
Yeah, that's one thing too.
I can only think about saying I watch hentai. It doesn't seem appropriate.
Is that a lie or a truth?
It's a truth.
It's a truth.
Do you think Roger Bimbaum and Rebel Wilson were hustled out of their money by making this movie?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, no, actually, they got a good return on investment. Never mind.
Oh, how about that? The movie hustled all of us.
Two truths and a lie, two truths and a lie.
I don't know any... That's the thing is, like, what do you guys not know about me? I gotta pick something that's happened since I came to New York.
Why are the truths harder for me?
Yeah, I have a lot of... I'm the opposite. I have a lot of truths. And I'm like, oh, I could do that. Oh, no, that's actually happened to me.
Okay, I'm ready.
I got one. I got it. I was like, that's a good idea. You could have told us ahead of time, and then we would have been just going right into it, but that's fine.
But then you guys might have not been for it, and you would have shot the idea down, but then to spring it on you guys on a hot mic, and you're more likely to play my games.
That's fine. That's actually, yeah, no problems with that statement at all. I'm ready.
Jace, do you have two truths and a lie?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, was that a lie? Okay, so how do we do this again? Do we each say one?
No, the one person goes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Why
Ryan, do you want to start?
That was not an appropriate time to ooh.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
I say a truth about Denali.
Yeah.
You say a truth about Denali, and then Denali has to say a lie about Denali.
A lie about
but then we
myself.
get which one it is.
Okay. When do you guys say a truth about me?
How would that work?
I don't know.
We would know which one the lie is because it's the one we're not saying.
Okay, I have a truth about Jace.
Okay.
He once gave me some underwear freshman year, and I still have it, and I wear it regularly. I guess that's more about me. I have your underwear.
Huh.
It's one of my favorite pairs. It's so soft, and I tried to get ones that are just like it, and they changed the fabric formula, but I still wear it.
That's weirdly wholesome.
Yeah, I mean, I wear it because it's comfortable. It's like,
I've got a truth about Denali. One time I accidentally smoked him out of our dorm room in college with my butt because I ate a hot dog with onions and jalapenos on it, and he thought I died.
Yeah, once again, that's a more of a truth about you, the person speaking.
I guess that's fair, though.
I love nasty gas station hot dogs.
Yeah.
Is that my truth?
Yeah, I'm a really bad gas station food companion. Like, if you're on a road trip, don't let me choose the food from the gas station. I'll choose, like, the giant 2-pound spicy pickles.
You're like the reverse Indiana Jones. You definitely pick the wrong fucking... Okay, wait. Ryan, do you want to give your two truths and a lie just to start the order off?
Yeah.
Okay, how about we do that? Okay.
Quickly,
though, because the audience is expecting a hustle.
Jesus Christ. Well, then shut up.
Okay, I'm shutting up now.
So mine...
Okay, so let's... Sorry.
You've been doing this shit for 15 years, and it's still pretty funny. Mine have a theme, okay?
Okay.
And so my two truths and a lie are I've been hit by an arrow, like a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
I've been hit by a shotgun pellet.
Oh my God.
And I've been hit by a hatchet, like the backside of a hatchet. Not,
These are
'cause I still
good. You're
have all
good at
my
this
limbs.
game.
Wow. Thematic.
Fuck.
What are you guys thinking?
So he's been hit by one of these for sure.
You're not dead, so it's kind of
He's not dead.
anticlimactic. I don't know.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Okay, so he's not dead. That's a good clue, Jace.
Yeah.
So which one of these is more likely to kill him?
You can ask questions
Hatchet.
as well.
Can we?
Yeah.
Who was shooting each one?
Yeah, was it Michael? Did Michael do all
Michael's
three?
not
Michael
involved.
all
I don't think
three?
Michael wasn't there anyway. Well, maybe the hatchet one. 'Cause I'm just not sure. The arrow was my brother.
Was that a fake out with the hatchet comment?
No,
Or-
the arrow was my brother,
Okay.
and the shotgun pellet. Hey, say this. It was my dad, and
Okay.
then I had. You guys didn't really ever come over to my house when I was at when we were in elementary school, but I had these neighbors, and we always wowed around in the woods, and Michael might have been there because we were always going around the woods chopping trees down with hatchets and stuff. And my parents would let us just run around the woods with hatchets, and we were always having snowball fights and shit. And one of them threw
Character
a hatchet
growth.
at me.
Yeah.
And a hatchet was in a snowball? And you threw
No,
it?
just we were just throwing shit through sticks
Okay.
and stuff. It was the backside. Like when it goes around the
Yeah, like if you have a 50-50 shot if someone throws a knife at you and the knife
Kinda,
could just
yeah.
hit you handle first. Yeah. Okay. Here's my guess. Because shotgun pellets can hit you if they're like shot from the sky and they like arc and they can kind of just like bounce off you. Because I remember someone worked at a skeet range. I think it was my friend Dakota. And he would talk about shotgun pellets sometimes hitting him when he's like picking shit up. I'm gonna guess hatchet because of that. And because you added some really credible flavor to the hatchet story. And I wonder if that's like your way of faking me out,
I've been in a part of, like rock throwing across a quarry as a child, where you just toss rocks at each other. So, hatchet, makes sense. Gets tossed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the arrow.
The arrow. Okay, nice. We'll
You
cover
guys
more
are
ground
saying-
this
You
way.
guys are guessing the lies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the lies. Yeah.
The lie is the hatchet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I
so,
see. Ryan, I only guessed that because it was believable from you. It wasn't because I thought you were faking.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you the story. The arrow, it was thrown. Actually, that's what gave me the idea for the hatchet.
Oh God,
brother-
that's good. Yeah.
We were digging in a snowbank. You guys know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. And
Yeah.
digging snow
It's a bank
caves,
that
and
gives snow out.
And we shot archery growing up, and we used the snowbank as like our backstop. So we were digging snow caves, and he found an arrow, and he hucks it over his shoulder, not looking, and it goes whoo, 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 like the bone in the intro for 2001: Space Odyssey, and it flies over, and it comes straight down through the air and hits me on the top of the head, like boom, like basically like you would imagine like out of a comedy movie, and my like a egg was cracked over my head, the blood just starts going like all
Wait,
down
did it
my face.
actually break skin and like fuck you up?
Yeah.
Oh God, no! I thought it just like.
And then the BB pellet, basically, kind almost like you described, it ricocheted off of a tree
Oh,
when we were hunting. Got me in the belly.
so you've been shot. That's kind of cool.
It stung a little
That's
bit.
kinda cool.
But it
Ryan's been
wasn't that
shot.
bad. I was just wearing
Yeah.
a t-shirt.
You're kind of like immunizing yourself against bullets, I guess.
Yeah, that's totally true.
Yeah, and
Just
like
one little thing at a time. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you keep having them come at you faster and faster until you not get affected. Cool. Well, I guess 1 point me, I guess. So I'll go next. All right. I'm gonna quickly go through these.
Sorry.
1, I once got hives from eating too much pineapple, and then it never happened again. 2, I once slept in an igloo for a week. 3, we almost got a house next to Steve Buscemi.
Okay.
Wow, I'm gonna have to go with the igloo for a week thing. I know
think the
that
igloo
you've
for a
slept in igloo. I think it's weird that you gave it the amount of time, but I
Yeah.
think it's pretty credible that you might have eaten too much pineapple.
That's a very
it
Catholic
kind of melted your tongue a little bit because it's so acidic,
The
and then you got
enzymes.
worried, and then you Googled it, and then you started getting hives.
The thing about the pineapple is, remember when he drank so much soda that it gave him like years-long digestive issues?
Yeah, I was there. I was a
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of it.
I'm still dealing with a reckoning from that.
That tracks with the pineapple thing.
Yeah.
And maybe I even remember something like that. The igloo thing, I know you were in the Boy Scouts and you did a bunch of sleeping in the snow. But
They definitely. I
don't know about the igloo because they did sleep in the snow. They made little snow caves and shit. The Steve Buscemi thing, I mean, you're in LA, so I totally get that. So that's totally believable, and I have no reason to not believe that. I do agree with Jace about the igloo thing, but if he wants that as his answer, I'll take the pineapple.
Okay. The lie is the Steve Buscemi house thing. We never got a house near Steve Buscemi. We would have gotten that place if it was Steve Buscemi living there. I would have loved to be his neighbor.
So you get another point.
I think, yeah, I guess I get another point. Oh, it's weird, guys. Yeah, the pineapple thing, I did eat too much once and then Googled it and then got hives. And that was when I was 13. And then, okay, maybe I fucked up a little bit. It wasn't an igloo. I slept in a snow cave for a week. I called it an igloo. I kind of fucked that up.
That's fair.
I kind of fucked that up. So maybe I'll give it half a point to myself. Okay, full point. Jace, do you wanna do your thing?
I lied. I don't actually have any.
That was your lie?
Damn, I was gonna say that.
You fucking got us. That's 1 point, Jace.
Fuck.
He bamboozled us.
I'm supposed to bamboozle you guys?
Yeah, just come up, just
Now,
off the top of your head.
Can I tell you guys something embarrassing? The first time I played this was in college. I didn't know about this game.
Oh.
It was during my college orientation, and I don't remember what I came up with the two truths, but I got put on the spot, and I couldn't come up with anything. And I was just like, for the lie. It was obvious that the first two things I said were true because I then waited like a minute to think of the lie. And then I was like, my dad died in a plane crash.
And
they were like, well, number one, that's like super messed up and that's not fair, but also
who would call you on that?
That's exactly what they said. Like they're like, that's not fair.
That's brilliant though. Like you're gonna be like, oh, that's a fucking lie. He's like, no, he did. Isn't that funny? Jace, you can think of a lie or a truth about yourself, just anything. Yeah, even if it's just your day.
And you're not an oversharer, so there's a lot of things I don't know about you.
I know.
He's mysterious.
I know.
He's voted the most mysterious on our show.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's gonna be a truth.
I fucking hate museums.
Okay. That's good. That's a good one. Okay. Hates museums.
Okay.
I could believe that though. I don't know.
I thoroughly enjoy. I'm actually just forgetting the word. What?
What's a
what,
hint?
What do you call like when it's on stage? Like what a show like a Broadway? What is a Broadway show when it's not on Broadway?
Like
theater?
Off Broadway? It's off Broadway.
Just theater.
Musicals.
I thoroughly enjoy theater.
Okay.
Yeah, the pause didn't actually help me on that one, so that's interesting.
And
are you doing a bit where you're doing it as slow as possible because we were being quick?
This
earlier?
is fucking our hustle episode. God, this isn't Easy Rider. Fuck. Fuck me.
Taken swimming lessons.
Oh. Okay. I actually don't know this about Jace.
I have no clue, dude. I have no clue.
Jace can swim. I've seen you swim on Instagram.
But that's different than taking swimming lessons.
I know, but how would he learn without swim lessons?
Get pushed.
My grandma had a pool.
Oh. Who taught you how to swim?
Just wave your arms around in
the
different
pool?
ways, and eventually you find it out, dude.
Yeah, tell that to the people in the Titanic. Too soon?
106 years.
But wait, is it weird that we haven't swam with each other?
No, we're from Alaska, dude. The water's cold as shit.
That's fair.
I know, but like I've swam with like so many like people, but like I didn't know them that well.
Which is ironic.
You swam with Michael once?
Michael is a shit swimmer. And he has that thing like as an adult that other adults have. He's like, I'm not good at swimming. And it's like, we've had multiple opportunities for you to come swim.
Yeah.
And we've tried to tell you how to do it multiple times. And he's just like, I'm bad at swimming.
It's one of his weaknesses. Everyone needs one. So Michael has swimming.
We've tried to teach that motherfucker how to swim so many times, though, that now I'm actually angry about it.
Okay, so
Michael, learn to swim.
Let's go back. Let's go.
Yeah.
What are you hate museums.
I fucking hate museums.
You
Yeah,
love
fucking hates them.
theater.
Okay.
And
I thoroughly enjoy theater.
you
Okay,
have
yes.
taken
Please.
swim lessons. This is
Yes.
This is really difficult. You've done a good job.
Yeah, off the cuff. But I have a guess. I do have a guess.
I don't think Jace hates museums.
I think he does.
Really?
I think he fucking hates museums. Because he said on this podcast that he fucking hates old movies about like fucking historical events. So I know if he hates movies, which is the most entertaining way to receive that information, he's gonna hate museums. Arguably the least entertaining sometimes.
That's a good point. Oh man, I love a good museum.
But he didn't specify which museum
Another
because we've been to
reason-
Hershey Park.
another reason we
We've
could,
been to the Chocolate Museum.
never get
And
married.
Jace had a good time.
Okay, so, but he likes theater?
I believe that too.
He didn't even know what
'cause-
it's called.
Jace,
Theater.
he
If there's
said,
one thing theater people know, it's the
Yeah.
name of theater.
It's-
Like those
they
guys are
don't know
so
that.
fucking nerdy.
you ever seen one of those Hamilton things? You know, the things that are not Hamilton, but it's like they're singing still? I mean, okay, Jace likes Rock of Ages, which is a musical. So I'm going to say the third one. The third one is the lie, which is he hasn't taken swimming lessons because
Okay,
or he has taken it.
that's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Because
with-
I've never seen him take a
then
swim
I'm gonna
lesson.
go with theater.
Okay.
Wait, I
As the
fucking hate
lies.
museums.
Okay, that's a
That's a
true.
true.
That's a true. That's a true. Bingo. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
What's
what's
the
the
next one?
lie?
What's the
Wait,
lie?
did I say I have or haven't taken swimming lessons?
You said you have taken swim lessons.
I did?
Yeah, was that not
Oh, did
accurate?
I just tell you 3 truths?
God damn it.
Fuck. Okay, Jace, just come up with another lie and we can guess.
A lie. A lie. A lie.
Yes.
It's easy. Just think of something and then say the
Think-
opposite.
I love museums.
Damn it, Jace. Fuck it, I won anyways. Okay, there's no. You're a terrible hustler. right.
My sister.
Yeah. Oh.
My beautiful sister.
Yeah.
This is a picture from Australia. Are you looking
Oh,
at a hot woman
That's
right
what
now?
I was just thinking. Is that Jace right there did a really convincing con in that, like, I really didn't know the answer, but it looked like he didn't know what was going on. And I thought it was like a clever way of him, masking that he knew what was going on. He was going to super deceive us. But then it actually turned
yeah.
out he didn't know what was going on.
No, I'm just not good at it.
You
Exactly.
told us that you had 2 truths and a lie earlier, and I believed you. So that you also
Yeah.
lied and tricked me.
So in that way, he's like Rebel Wilson's character.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like Anne Hathaway's character. Like I played by the rules and did it, but you found your own
And
kind
you
of
do
wily
a lot of
path.
terrible accents.
Yeah, I do. Hello, I'm Anne Hathaway. Blimey.
Did you guys notice Julie Andrews catching strays?
I was like gonna text you, right? Once I heard the Julie Andrews comment. I mean, it was a Princess Diaries refy, right? Like,
No clue.
okay. Well, do we want to get into the movie? Ryan, you got the synopsis. You want to just
Crap, I do?
wait? Was
Don't
that
I?
you? Who- Wait, was it Jace?
I
Did you pick this?
accidentally pitched this movie.
No,
But-
Jace, do the synopsis, please. Sorry, my bad.
Ah, fuck.
What happened?
Um,
But this part's the true part. You have to say what actually happened in the movie.
yeah. So Rebel Wilson is an American veteran, and she is fresh out of the Top Gun Academy.
Okay. Huh. All right. Backstory. I just probably missed that part.
And for some reason, Anne Hathaway is in the corollary, of the American Top Gun, the French Top Gun, Le Top Gun. And
They shoot baguettes out of their planes.
Haha, you just got hustled. That's not what this movie's about. If you believe me, you're an idiot.
Oh my god.
Rebel Wilson plays a con artist who cons shallow men, primarily, I think, as her target, into giving her money. And she goes on a trip to sees a magazine about a rich French guy, so she goes to France. She kind of impedes on Anne Hathaway's space, who is a rich con artist, And yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just like hijinks, and they try to con this tech artist or this tech guy who's nerdy, and Rebel Wilson pretends to be blind, which is kind of funny. And Anne Hathaway does some character voices, and then it turns out that he was conning them all along. And at one point, they con some hustle.
Yeah. So can we go back to something, because this movie's terrible.
Okay.
But
Okay, Ryan, we're not in the. I guess the synopsis is over.
Okay, to make fun of blind people, essentially. Like, I thought that would be not okay, but this movie appears to have no problem doing it.
Well, it's
that's like a disabled class. It's like a class of people, and they're disabled, and like there shouldn't just be kind of mocked.
I mean, I get what you're saying, right? Because I'm also thinking the same thing. But I mean, wasn't it kind of like a play on her character of like being like, look how fucking bad she is?
No, I don't agree. Because this wasn't like, it was not obvious that the people making the movie thought she was a bad person for impersonating a blind person. There was like, oh, this is her next little shtick. It's just like any other lie, essentially. And I thought that was really strange to take advantage of this.
Of the
disability,
of doing blind gags.
Oh man, and like it'd be different if she just played a blind character. But from then on, like the next 45 minutes of the movie, it felt like were just blind jokes.
But it was like, wasn't it kind of jokes about like trying to make her like break out of the blind character, right? Because like she's trying to pretend to be this, and she has to keep digging herself in a hole about like staying in this, right?
But that's
like,
what I mean. It's like the actions from then on were about the blindness, rather than just being like, oh, there's this character who is blind and is doing other stuff.
Yeah, if you replace it with any other disability, it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I mean, fair enough. I will take more. I'll err more towards your side. I think that's just a good idea in general with these things.
Point. Like, I don't know the answer, and I thought that this movie obviously was taking a progressive, kind of flip it on its head, feminist perspective at the expense of a lot of other things, and I don't think it even did its goal well. And
no, it was a little undermined by the ending. But if we could maybe talk before we get to that point about like just the intro too, because like with the intro, I thought I was gonna fucking hate this movie
the first
because
2
of
minutes,
like
you mean not the first act. You mean like literally the first scene.
Where
is
it's
that
like
the bar?
Yeah,
that was
all about
some of the worst writing I have ever seen out of like a major studio movie.
I thought that scene was quite bad, and they're playing all about that bass. It's overly saturated color palette. Somehow that like telegraphs to me, I'm like, this movie's gonna be bad. And they open with like I guess like a fat joke, and like there's kind of all these like back and forth I didn't find believable.
Yeah,
and then there's like
the guy. So what the scene is she shows up to a bar to con a guy, and she's been catfishing him. And when she shows up, she says, "Oh, I'm not actually the person you've been talking to. That's my sister or something like that." And she just wants to make sure the guy she's meeting isn't super shallow, and you failed. And that male actor is either really bad or the script is just really, really bad.
I think the script is really bad.
It was pretty cringeworthy. Like, not even funny. Like, there weren't even any jokes. He was just like a dirtbag, I guess, was the joke.
Yeah, I agree, Ryan. However, I have this noted in here, and you can see real time me turning on this movie. However, there is a point where when it comes like right after Anne Hathaway's reintroduced, and I'm fucking ashamed of this. Okay, I'm ashamed. But then I started thinking the movie was really fun, and I ended up liking the rest of it. Okay, I laughed at a lot of the really dumb jokes, and like. There was a point after that first atrocious scene where I was like, this movie is trying to be really dumb. The characters are supposed to be in on it, I think, about the dumbness. Like they say dumb things and it's like silly. And then I stopped trying to think about it so hard and ended up liking the rest, I guess. I don't know. Jace, what did you think about it? Like, did you like this? I'm curious what your take is.
I liked the trash bag joke.
Yes.
Trash bag dress.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
And then the Christmas dress at the end.
That was pretty fun.
And then everything in between was kind of I thought the sister in a cage in a tunnel behind a locked gate thing.
That was fucked up, dude. What the fuck?
Like the shock factor of some southern dude that's supposed to be like, "You're 47th in line to take the throne. I love you, sugar bear." And she's like, "This is my sister." It's like, hey.
I agree. I felt bad for laughing at that scene a couple of times because number one, it's kind of just making fun of people who are strange and put on the edge of society. But the royal family has that's like a real thing. They do. If they have someone who doesn't fit in, they just lock him in a room.
That's true.
I'm not joking.
Oh,
that's
yeah, you're right.
The Queen Elizabeth who just
with two cousins
just died. Yeah. She had two cousins that she locked in like a freaking castle somewhere.
Yeah, that part was pretty fucked up. But like, I actually really enjoyed Anne Hathaway's character in this movie.
Oh, I couldn't stand her.
It was I figured like we talked we might have hinted a little bit about like the terrible accents. At first when I heard her British accent, I was like, this is fucking terrible. But then I turned on it because it just seemed like it was purposely over the top, and she was doing that with the German accent later, and she was just really like wild in a way that I feel like we haven't seen her in other movies. Like her blow up scene on like the airport tarmac where she's like flipping off the plane and she's like, fuck! Like, I thought that was pretty good actually. And Drip is unbelievable. I mean, the fucking glasses and suits looked awesome.
The orange pants.
Yeah, it was like fucking unbelievable fashion in this. Like I believe she was like a Danny Ocean type in this movie.
The thing that made me not understand or like her character, I don't know what her actual accent was. Like,
that's the point.
Wasn't it British? Like, wasn't that her accent?
Yeah. So for me, like, if she was actually a British person and she's a character who has a terrible British accent, then it's gonna make me think the actor playing the character is bad at acting. Mm-hmm. And if it turned out, the whole time she's an American faking a British accent and is purposely kind of doing a bad accent because to show that she's actually an American, that I could see leading credence to the theory that, Anne Hathaway did a good job. But like, if she was trying to play a British person, she did, in my opinion, not a very good job, because the whole time I was like, where the hell is this person from? Like,
well, I think it was supposed to be overly posh as like a joke, like, you know, it's supposed to be like this. Someone is so prim and proper that they have like this ridiculous talking voice, right?
But
like,
aren't there like actual British accents that are that, like the posh London?
But didn't she have an accent in Les Mis?
No clue. I have zero desire to see that movie now. Actually, after 9 of her movies, I'm out.
It's more of a Hugh Jackman movie, right? I mean, isn't he the lead? So, but I mean, surely they have like British accents in Les Mis. Because they never do like a French accent in those movies. She's not like, I am Anne Hathaway. But yeah, I mean, this kind of plays on like that same trope where it's like you have a straight man and like another one who's kind of like brash and loud, right? Like kind of like is it Abbott and Costello kind of like that, where you got like one person who's like the normal one, and the other one's like, I'm so crazy,
yeah, sort
and I'm gonna like throw a kink in your plans.
Almost like a Marx Brothers kind of thing, too. Like,
yeah, the guys who invented socialism.
The guys.
And like,
those two.
Those two.
Carl and Groucho.
Carl and Groucho invented socialism in the '60s. And I mean, I liked some scenes with like between their interplay, like the montage scene. Where she's teaching Rebel Wilson to throw knives for some reason.
Jump over the... Yeah.
That was really unnecessary. I thought, like... the whole point like, is that they're just, like, smooth talkers?
Making this movie was unnecessary.
Well, right, because it's a remake.
Oh, is it really? Is it really a remake from...
of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Oh, why didn't they call it that? Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? I'm looking it up, sorry.
Literally says they're giving dirty, rotten men a run for their money on the front, so...
Oh, nice. That's good.
Huh.
If you're watching it on streaming, it's like you're never gonna see the posters and the taglines.
Yeah, it's not gonna. I'll see it when I make the Instagram promo. But like, why would they need to know how to throw knives and shit? Like, when is that gonna come up in their in their hustling?
It was there for people like Jace who were nodding off a little bit, and then
and they had to get some I don't know. Why did they do that? They're obviously not causing physical harm to anybody.
Maybe if it went south, they would kill him, I guess, with the throwing knife.
See, that would have been more interesting to me, I think.
And then do a Weekend at Bernie's situation the whole rest of the movie.
Oh, I could use that as a lie. I could say, I have seen Weekend at Bernie's.
Was that?
Can we redo that?
Jace, yours are so good because they're so basic. Like, I was trying to think of like really interesting things, and then I had to also come up with an interesting lie, and you're just like, I'm going right at the Weekend at Bernie's.
I think Weekend at Bernie's is funny in concept, but the movie is dog shit terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a regular show episode that does it better. It's like where they make the guy's dead body, they move it around with like fishing line and stuff to make him seem like he's alive.
I've seen that episode. Is that what
funny,
Weekend at Bernie's is about?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh.
You've seen that episode of Regular Show where Benson's knocked out? Wait, you've seen the Weekend at Benson's, but you haven't seen Weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah, what?
Where they enter him into a hot sauce eating competition while he's unconscious? Wait, that's so funny.
I've probably seen more pop culture reference cartoons than I've seen the actual movies that they're referencing.
And that's sometimes why I like having you on here. It's just for the complete doesn't know a lot of the background of this movie, but it's just taking it and sometimes loves it, and that's fine.
Okay. But I mean, moving forward in the movie, there was that blind scene that we were talking about that may have been questionable. I did laugh pretty hard at Anne Hathaway blowing directly in her eyes and trying to make her eyes water for a really long time.
That would make a blind person's eyes water. That was so funny.
She was like, you shouldn't be able to feel this, right? And she's like, nope.
So jokes like that, right? Where the expense is on the expense was on the character.
The toilet French fry?
The toilet French fry, a blind person would totally not know that French fry was in the toilet.
They could probably smell it though. You can fucking tell when a French fry's been in a toilet. It's soaking wet.
You want to play this game?
A toilet is if I could tell if a French fry is dipped in a toilet or water.
Not necessarily dipped, rubbed around the bowl of a toilet.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Okay, but the blindness test scene, I think maybe laughed so hard from its pure stupidity and swinging the stick straight at her face and her not moving.
Yeah. Actually, I like that too, and that nothing was working.
Right,
she was trying to get her to break her blind character, and nothing was working. I thought that was funny. I didn't expect it to go that way. I thought the movie was gonna have her break.
Is that the only good scene in the movie?
It was a really good scene.
I actually did like that scene. I liked there's a couple shots I thought were actually really funny. Like when Rebel Wilson gives her bag to the butler, she tosses it at him and he doesn't budge and it goes off the cliff.
That was fun. That was a good physical gag. Yeah.
I mean, I laughed a lot. Yeah. There's scenes that I absolutely hated. I thought were edited really poorly or even shot really poorly. Like the train car scene. Every few shots, they would break the 180-degree rule essentially and put the camera, it would be by the doorway to the train car and then at the window and then the doorway and then the window, so the sight lines wouldn't match up between the characters, and so both characters were looking to the left of the screen even though they're sitting on opposite sides of the train car looking at each other.
It was just disorienting to kind of watch.
It was just annoying.
Yeah.
Just shoot it naturally. Just shoot coverage and then shoot 2 inserts and you're fine.
They probably had to edit it together off of 500,000 shots, I'm assuming.
Well, right, yeah. And that's what I don't,
Right. Yeah.
I don't blame the editors necessarily because they just have to use what they're given.
Unless they do it shitty.
They do it. They could do it shitty. They do it shitty sometimes. Yeah.
I thought
Wait, what's it? Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought the GoPro scene was the audacity of a Hollywood studio production to use actual GoPro footage in the final product. I thought.
When was that? When did they use GoPros?
Pretty breathtaking. When she conned somebody and then went under with a water-propelled jetpack.
Oh yeah.
They used a GoPro footage attached to her head.
That probably saved a lot of bucks, Ryan. It's called the hustle. All right, they're making budget decisions.
I don't know if I've ever
hustle
seen that
Hollywood.
Before. GoPro footage passed off as actual footage from the movie.
Well, they're not gonna put a movie camera on her head.
Right, but I'm trying to say, I understand that. I don't want you to.
Put a movie camera on her head? They didn't, though. Exactly. They put a GoPro instead.
They shouldn't have.
They should have put a movie camera.
Do you have a problem with 4K 60 FPS video? What are you, some kind of 8K only? What?
I don't know why it struck me as so odd. It's like, I think number one, it instantly dates the movie, like to this specific 10-year period when we're doing that and not like using drones or something. And then
what? People use GoPros all the time.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like
and on drones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I get. Okay.
So yeah, there was a bunch of scenes. There's a lot of gags in this movie. It's kind of gag heavy, and it kind of builds up to like that scene where they're kind of trying to like con that tech guy.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Who, yeah, right, exactly.
Are we supposed to feel
clone.
sympathetic towards him because he's dressed like Mark Zuckerberg? I thought that was a real whiff on their part.
When was this? 2019?
Something like that, yeah.
If this was 2012, like when people were thinking Zuckerberg was a cool guy after The Social Network, I could believe that.
Mm-hmm.
He was dressed exactly like Jesse Eisenberg.
He was, and like same hair, same like weird, like but too much empathy. I did kind of like the interplay where he's like really trying to guilt trip them, where he's like, oh, well, this is the last of my money and my nana was blind, but I'll be okay though. Like I thought those scenes were pretty funny.
No, I agree.
Like, and then those scenes where he comes back as well, and is some kind of like fucking Southern dealer or some shit, like some exotic animals dealer. I don't know. I thought scenes with that guy was pretty good.
Was the final scene necessary? Like at all?
Absolutely not. No way.
Did it do
No.
In any conceivable way did it improve the movie?
I think it took away a little bit. Besides like the funniness, like there was some funny parts, but plot wise, I think it subtracted the overall message, right? Because like it's supposed to be these women striking back against patriarchal shittiness, and he ends up coming out on top.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and recruiting them to his crew.
And he
but he was trained by a woman.
Well, right, and
right.
Didn't you say that? Wait, is that the conversation we had like yesterday?
I know, yeah. I like sarcastically said, he's like he's trained by a woman, but it's like
they could have went with something very similar, but just said,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I lied about my nana being dead. She's still alive. Why would the nana also have to be dead and at the same time have trained a man to con women? Like, if they wanted to go to the feminist route, have the nana still be alive and actually be the ringleader and not have this guy be the ringleader now.
Yeah, I totally agree. And maybe just have Medusa, be that guy, like be that character. Like just have the techie person be like a female actor and say that's Medusa.
Oh, totally.
And that would have made sense. He was funny, like he was funny in those scenes, but it kind of undermined, I felt, the movie a little bit. And it just ended kind of flat. It was just like, we're a team now, and it wasn't like much of a gag besides the garbage bag dresses.
Oh, I forgot about that scene. Yeah. And the funny thing is at the beginning you couldn't find her, because she did that gag twice. And the first time I couldn't find her. I actually rewound the movie to see if I could pick her out of the garbage bags, and because I knew where she was, I was like, oh, you can see that's a person and it's not a garbage bag. But then at the end of the movie, I was also looking at the presents to see if I could find her and Anne Hathaway, and I think I spotted Rebel Wilson, but I didn't know what Anne Hathaway was going to look like.
It's got to be a fun project for a costumes department to be like, make this dress fit perfectly, but also make them look like trash if they're bending over the opposite direction. And you know what? Rebel Wilson was in like a hefty garbage bag in the beginning, and at the end she was in a gold one. So kind of bit of a
moving on
arc there. Moving on up. Speaking of which, do you guys want to rate this movie? Do our meters?
I mean, yeah, but
any
no.
Closing comments or Hathawometer, I guess. Like your opinion on Hathaway's maybe performance or how well this represented maybe her as an actor, or, et cetera, et cetera. It's been a while since we've done a Hathawometer.
Yeah. Hathaway, that was a bad movie meter. Hathawometer.
Mm-hmm.
How did I feel about Anne Hathaway's performance? I think I'm going to come out and give it a cold flat 6.
A 6.
Whoa.
I thought as our conversation yesterday about Ryan saying, she's doing an accent. Oh, she's doing another accent. And I just responded, it's character acting or something or whatever. I thought the characters were funny. And I don't think there's a reason to pretend like this was supposed to be a serious movie. I don't know. But dear God, I don't know. It was way better acting and more fun to watch her performance than Serenity was. So
Yeah.
all
right. 6. Actually, yeah, I would definitely say just miles ahead of. Yeah, as far as Anne's performance in this movie, I actually really enjoyed her performance. I do generally like Rebel Wilson. I do find her like pretty funny in her movies. But I was surprised by Anne. Normally, she doesn't get to do like her comedic chops like this. We've only seen her do comedic roles in like Ella Enchanted and Princess Diaries, where it was like very clean. But here, she just like played a really ridiculous, over-the-top role. She was doing German accents and just like just going crazy with it, and it was fun to watch. With that said, she wasn't like really bringing some like crazy dramatic energy either, though. Like she wasn't, giving like a tour de force performance because the movie didn't require it. But if you're a fan of Anne Hathaway, I think this is worth watching. So I'm going to give it an 8. I think she did a good job here. And if you're an Anne fan, TM, give it a watch.
See, I would just interject before Ryan goes. I would almost combat that because, like, I think Rebel Wilson produced this, and Anne Hathaway was only brought on to be a co-star. So, like,
she's a rebel.
And
Rebel movie.
I kind of feel that way about. I kind of feel that way about. I'm still, still 6, but
yeah, still 6. Okay. Rebel meter 10. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I very much thought this was a rebel movie. And I agree, I really liked her. And I liked her character, and I was rooting for her character. Anne Hathaway, I thought, was terrible. I don't know, it just didn't click with me. And I can't think of like a single funny thing that she did. Like, if anything, sometimes she set the jokes up, but then Rebel had to do all the comedic acting. And there's a couple... Man, I don't know. Like, I can't even really explain why I feel this way. I just thought that her character was insufferable and didn't have a clear enough background. We're supposed to just say she lives on this French marina from, like, James Bond or something like that, and her background is she's a hustler. Okay, that's it. Like, there's no other character traits. And I thought that you could have replaced her with anybody, and the movie would have been at least this as good. Like, it could not have been worse by replacing her with some other person. And so she did have a lot of quantity, not as much as Rebel, but she had a lot of quantity, so I can't give her like a 0. I'm going to give her a 3.
Ryan feels defensive that somebody else has a shitty English accent.
Yeah, she's stepping on my turf.
Okay, fair enough, Ryan. We have a diversity of opinion here. Okay, Jace, what do you think about this movie? Movie meter?
Oh, God, big fatty old fat stinker.
Yeah.
Stinkeroo. I feel bad because I told you guys that I thought this movie was funny. But I guess, Denali, you enjoyed it. So
I thought it was funny, yeah.
Okay. So I'm 50-50. Well, actually, I feel worse about it because I made myself watch it. So I'm 66% disappointed based on the population of this podcast. But, like, I don't know, like a 4?
A 4?
Yeah. Like,
4 enough.
Like, I mean, I think a lot of the jokes were probably inappropriate even for what they were trying to do. But, dear God, they were hilarious.
It was a different time.
Most of the reviews for this movie are from 2020, so I'm not really sure that's true.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Jace, I think I'm actually going to agree. I had a 4 in mind as well. This movie was not good in a technically speaking. I laughed way more than I thought, and I think this bumped the movie up a lot for me. If you had asked me with like 15 minutes in what I was going to give it, I would have said a 0. But it saved me. It saved itself a bit, I think, halfway through. Yeah, I think a 4 is just fair. It's just a dumb comedy you watch like during the day. And you know what? It like distracted me from the shittiness of the real world, a fucking collapsing climate and terrifying political situation. And I got a laugh at Rebel Wilson and Anne Hathaway's hijinks for an hour and a half. And you know what? That gets a couple points. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay. You guys are pretty persuasive. I will say, no, I'm not joking. I was coming in with like a 2 or a 3 in mind, but
You still could.
no, I know, but you're right about I had some genuine laughs. I did really like Rebel Wilson's character as a character too, not just like as a person to laugh at. That movie was just so devoid of like a world. It was just so small, and I didn't feel like the world was populated. They were conning a bunch of people in this tiny little French town. How does that work? How did she get $28 million doing that? And wouldn't everybody know that she's a con person?
Maybe
they did. She hustles out of towners.
Yeah, I think because the town was where she lives.
And like, so.
Do you know how many new millionaires there are? I think in the U.S. every single day.
At least.
Is there more than one?
0.
1,000 new millionaires.
Wow. Why the hell haven't it been us?
What the fuck?
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay.
On the higher end of my scale. I'm gonna stick to my guns a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know. I just didn't like it. It did have some good jokes. I wouldn't tell people don't watch it. But yeah, no strong feelings one way or the other, I guess.
All right. A 3. An average of...
What is that, Welsh?
What's 3? I don't know, man. I'm just kind of channeling. I'm kind of just vibing with my accent. But there you have it, folks. That's our review of Hustle. We hustled through that. And you know what? Like, if you're in a hustle and just looking for a good time, maybe just turn on the Hustle but don't maybe pay for it. It's kind of like a lot.
Yeah,
oh, man.
$4
Did I get you guys too?
$4, yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of too much for that movie, though.
Yeah,
Anne Hathaway's kind of put me down with like the cost of the movies versus my general enjoyment of them.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the hole a little bit.
We're gonna figure that out. Stay at the podcast. That's gonna be topic number 1. How do we get our money back from Anne Hathaway?
Guys, you guys need to please donate to the GBGB Venmo. It's under Denali _K. All proceeds.
Bank account.
If every one of you that listened to this episode, which Denali, I hope you can spin it. I feel like I'm pretty low energy, but I'm shaking the cobwebs off here with the hustle. But if every one of you donated, we could at least watch 3 more movies.
What we should do is just get a GBGB's Amazon account and then pay once.
We each but who pays the money?
We could just like, I don't know, alternate. Or like,
oh wait, so we each don't have to spend $12 cumulatively every single time?
That's such a good idea. I'm having that just now.
Why haven't I been stealing these movies?
I haven't stolen a single movie this whole podcast. I mean, I work in the industry now too, so like I can't really be saying I'm like fucking stealing,
Mr. Big Time over here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a lot of shit. I'm kind of like I gotta be careful. I can't step on people's toes. You know, it's like I might be my future bosses someday. So Anne,
I'm sorry, Mr. Ben Affleck. I stole your movie. You didn't make your proceeds when I stole the town.
I didn't steal the town. I fucking rented the town. Please don't kick my ass, Ben Affleck, with your huge arms.
I didn't know they got married.
Ben in the town.
Ben Affleck. Ben. Yeah.
I thought they were just Belo. Is that the new?
Isn't it not Bennifer anymore?
Because there's 2 Bennifers.
Yeah, I know, but one of them's obviously the more powerhouse Bennifer.
Ben has a thing for Jen.
For Jennifers. Honestly, great couple. Good for them.
I don't know.
Same age too, which is tight. He's not Leonardo DiCaprio-ing over here. Yeah.
Yeah, they're both 42.
It's fucking cool. I think they're a little older, but it's
that
cool.
Was sample age.
What
are we watching next?
Well, send us what you think about The Hustle and Jennifer Affleck. Probably Ben Lopez. I think he would take her name, right? Like I think she's the bigger.
It's pretty cool.
It'd be cool if he did that. Okay. I think I got the next movie. I got episode 10.
What are we watching?
Is it?
So
can I make a request?
No.
My request.
You can request, but I can't.
Anne Hathaway be in a good movie.
Okay, so here's the problem, Ryan.
Can we watch that movie with the space again? With Matthew
Interstellar, yeah!
We can't do Interstellar again. Okay, that's fucked up. We can't do that. I want to, because here's my thinking, guys, and I'm gonna walk you up to this. All right, because there are a lot of good.
Can you hustle us up to it?
Yeah, I can hustle you up to it. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to too. So please bear with me. So there's a lot of good Anne Hathaway movies that we could watch, right?
Are there?
But these are they're kind of punishing.
I actually really do doubt that.
Is that a serious comment?
That's a serious comment.
I mean, She is literally in Les Mis, where
That's
she
one.
won
You
an
said a
Oscar
lot.
for that. Yeah, and okay, so there's another one called Havoc, which she got a lot of critical acclaim for, which it's got a lot of traumatic material. I don't really want to see that. It's very serious. She was in Dark Waters, kind of the same deal. I don't know if that's fun to watch. And another one I wanted to see called Rachel Getting Married. That movie's another one that's very real, and I just don't feel like watching for this podcast. It's very dramatic,
sense.
very family oriented. It's just I'm gonna watch that at some other when I'm in a better mental headspace. But I wanted to watch a movie that's fucking wild. Okay,
Get
I want to
smart.
end on a wild note. All right, so I had two options here. All right, one was Witches, which I didn't want to see. Okay, I looked at the trailer, it looked bad. All right, but the other one, okay, The Witches, where she plays a witch and it's a Roald Dahl movie adaptation. It's for children. I don't know. It might be fun for kids, but the other one is a shitter. Okay, this is a shitty movie.
God
Okay, it's
damn
called Passengers. All right,
Oh no.
and it's a thriller romance. Okay, she plays a therapist, and for a plane that like crashed, and this guy starts having psychic visions, and a bunch of the survivors start mysteriously disappearing. I watched the trailer. It looks completely buck wild, batshit insane.
Okay, I'm down for the bat
What
shit. I'm
year is
fine.
this from? Oh,
2008. Yeah, it's not the
My
Passengers
beef
with
is
Chris
that there's
Pratt.
another movie called Passengers.
This is gonna fuck up our SEO. Yeah, this is like Serenity. Like Serenity, everyone was looking for a cool Nathan Fillion fun time, but instead they got this video game fish
About,
adventure. So people are gonna want the Jennifer Lawrence Chris Pratt movie, but they're gonna get this one with Patrick Wilson and Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, it's like
I thought
it's
this
like
one-
the dollar store version of the other
No,
movie.
it's not. You fuck. I think Patrick Wilson is up higher than Chris Pratt in my book, at least.
What?
And I like Anne Hathaway. Okay, anyways, I think this movie would be a fun note to go out on, hopefully, versus those other movies that are very serious and somber.
Okay.
Patrick Wilson reminds me of like a Kirkland brand actor.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what
he
I
does,
mean.
doesn't he?
That's exactly.
But he
Yeah.
seems like he's so like solid and there,
He's
but
good
it's
in
like
the
it's not like a
Conjuring
lot
movies.
of.
He's really good.
Like in Aquaman, it was like that's Kirkland brand.
Cool. So join us next week for Passengers. Maybe watch it. I haven't seen it. Haven't vetted it. 19% Rotten Tomatoes.
We
so
haven't seen it. So
Yeah.
this is a terrible
Haven't seen
idea.
haven't seen it, but watch it. GBGB's recommended.
Oh no! Don't say that.
Yeah, guaranteed. Watch it with your kids. And join us next week. Thanks for coming on our hustle episode. I don't know how much of a hustle that
Thanks
was.
for coming so fast.
Well, so yeah, that could mean multiple things.